Yeah, I thought the energy level was probably a little less than I would have liked, but I think you're looking at a hard 2 weeks that we've been pushing them, and there might be a little residue there. But, even the scrimmage itself, we wanted a physical part. We're going to emphasize the run game offensively. I liked what I saw there. I liked what I saw sometimes with the defensive. So, the parts are there. Now it's just you start getting that momentum, feeling good about ourselves and what we're doing, and that's what we got to get better this next week, is building some momentum.
Did it look like the defense had the upper hand early and then maybe the offense rallied?
Yeah, it was back and forth, and again, that's kind of what you want to see. You want to be strong defensively, especially early on. You want to be able to do things that are impressive defensively, but offensively, you got to find a way to adjust. You got to find a way to attack. You got to make some plays. We made some plays out there offensively, and at the same time, we dropped a couple footballs. So, that's where the consistency factor is my biggest concern. We just got to be at a higher level.
But when you run well, is it the offense? And when you can't run, is it the defense? Can you make that judgment right now?
Well, no, it's a combination, and that's the tough thing about going against yourself. I just don't know at what level our defense is at this point in time compared to other defenses in the league. So, you look at our experience factor. We're good up front. We should be very physical up front, and so establishing the run game should be a challenge. Plus today, too, we put the quarterbacks in the yellow jerseys, so that really limits you with the run game also. We had to do more of a true north-south, but that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to challenge the O-line and just see if we can grind out some hard yards the old-fashioned way.
So is it definitely Ionati now at Indiana?
Well, right now, Mark is, our starting quarterback has been all pre-fall, and we didn't want to put Matt McIntosh in there just because he's feeling good, but we didn't want any relapses with the hamstring. So now we'll be challenging him this upcoming week. We'll be giving him a lot of reps in the practices that we're doing, so we'll see what his level of contribution can be.
Could Matt still overtake him?
Well, right now that's an open-ended question, and a lot of things can happen. I don't want Ionati letting up at all. I think he's had a great camp, and I want him to feel pushed, and I think that's helped his game tremendously. So hopefully that continues.
How well do those three freshman running backs rise to the challenge today?
They made some nice runs. They got to remember they still got some of the high school habits where they like to tiptoe. They don't quite hit the line quite as hard. And at times they think they can outrun the defense when you can't do that. So, those are just little things they need to learn now. But they have some true ability, and I thought all three looked impressive at times. So, the thoughts of having them ready to play is something that we're considering.
You didn't have any rushing touchdowns today, but how happy were you with the run game overall?
Well, we'll watch the film and just see how consistent we were with it. Another guy that was out was Garrett Clark. He had his wisdom teeth removed yesterday morning, and at the center position, that's a pretty key spot for us. So I'm happy that we did what we did today with the run game, and then another guy that we'll be adding into the mix this week will be Devondre Seymour, the big tackle that transferred in, and I think there's still some improvement we can do with our physicality.
The left side of your offensive line is Austin Olson and Meyerhoff your starters right now?
Right now, those are the ones that started the scrimmage, and they've had a good pre-fall. We just have to. Reed Sealby is the transfer from Iowa. He's doing well. He's starting to understand what we're doing, so he's pushing for some playing time. And again, with Devondre Seymour, those are the two that could help us. Adam Clay returns. He's a junior for us. So there's some pretty good competition and depth at the offensive line right now.
What does Seymour have to do to get on the field since he's just been here for a little over a week?
Yeah, well, the first week was just try to get him in shape, make sure that physically we wouldn't be putting him at risk. I think we're at that point now, so come Tuesday we'll have the shoulder pads on, and then we'll just see at what level he's capable of playing and how natural the game comes to him.
Coach, he told Georgia's coaches he wanted to quit the game. How did he convince you that he wanted another chance, or did he just say, I wanted to play somewhere different?
Again, those are things that, sometimes you get overwhelmed and it just wasn't the right fit. I don't know. I just know that when we were notified that he was interested in playing, we were able to use our resources and make contact and get him into a Saluki uniform.
Is punter a battle right now, Dale, or is Nick?
I wish we were more consistent at the punter performance. You know, right now, coming into pre-fall, Derek Mathewson was my #1 punter, and Nick hasn't done anything to displace him. So that's a very competitive spot also, and Nick is struggling with his consistency. Derek's been more consistent, but even today he shanked one, and you know, that's the concern, is we just can't afford those lapses.
Does it look like you're better at receiver in that you got more guys that can hold the ball? I know that hold on to the ball than maybe you had last year. Reed, Scadlin today, Darrell James looks like he goes up and gets it. That if you get them the ball, they'll hold it.
You know, it's there's a lot about our receiving core that I like, and you know, I've been riding them very hard during the course of pre-fall, but I think they've responded. Our numbers are good there. We do have a lot of receivers capable of making plays for us. You know, we need to get that big play threat from somebody, and you know, a couple of our young guys have shown that ability, but I think we got a couple upperclassmen that they're deceiving in their game. I think they're a lot faster and more able than what their stats show. So yeah, we got a lot of guys I think that can contribute at the receiver spot.
It seems like ball control with a passing game is going to be an important part of your offense.
Well, it is. Anytime you do that high tempo, you know, what happens is really the passing game, half of those passes are really just extended handoffs. So you're just trying to find ways of stressing the defense out. So even though statistically it will look like you're throwing the ball a lot, you're really just trying to expand the run game.
Defensively, are you ready to start?
You know, I like our defensive makeup. I do think our depth is, I'm pleased with our depth, and you know, we'll be getting in Tariq here on Monday, so we'll see where he can fit into the mix, and yeah, so yeah, things are shaping up well, I think, defensively.
This is kind of a weird week, Dale. How do you keep their intensity up? School starts and you have the Fan Fest Thursday night. This is kind of a weird.
Well, it is, and that's where my message. You know, I didn't give them any rah-rah talk here at the end of this scrimmage. In fact, it was more of a challenge type, and with this upcoming week, I mean, we're not good enough right now. I mean, we got to get better here the next 2 weeks, and again, when you have a team like Indiana that's staring you in the face, being complacent is the last thing we can do. So the maturity of our seniors, we got 20 seniors on this team, they need to lead by example now, and hopefully they will.